We are at the American Embassy in Rome to meet Mrs. Sally Benson, an internationally recognized scientist and a professor in the Department of Energy Resources Engineering of the School of Earth Sciences of Stanford University. Last January, Sally Benson was appointed director of the Global Climate and Energy Project. It's a project group which carries out fundamental research on technologies that will permit the development of global energy systems with low greenhouse gas emissions. I would like to start my interview with a very fundamental question. Do you think it will be possible one day to decouple anthropogenic energy usage from environmental damage?
Well, I think that's a complicated question. It's my personal view that all forms of energy use will have some kind of environmental impact, be it use of land, be it emissions, be it some other ecosystem perturbation. So what I think is important is that we understand that all energy technologies have some potential impact, and we need to use the best methods we can to try to reduce the impacts from any kind of energy use that we do. So I think we have become aware, certainly that we become aware that fossil fuel emissions into the atmosphere create a problem for global warming. And I think that we're aware, for example, that wind can have impacts to birds. So our job as humans is to try to understand those impacts and then minimize them through the use of advanced technology and being conscious of the environment.
Okay. Every now and then, some new form of energy or technology is hailed as the final solution. For instance, a few years ago here in Europe there was a lot of talking about hydrogen technology, and today most people are convinced that fourth generation nuclear energy is the way out. What do you think?
Yeah. I personally think that we need a mix, a diversity of energy supply. I don't think that there will be any one technology. Partially because there are different situations in different areas. Some places, for example, the southwest of the United States has tremendous solar resources. There are other places with very important wind resources. So I don't think one size fits all. So I think that we do want to move towards a diversity of things. The other thing is I think that people perhaps don't understand how deeply embedded the energy use is into our society today, and we have a tremendous investment in our existing energy infrastructure. So I think that at best what we can hope for is an evolution of our energy infrastructure into something that provides more environmentally benign energy system, and I don't believe any one type of technology will become the silver bullet.
Do you think CO2 sequestration is a feasible technology?
Absolutely. If you look at all of the components, there are four parts. There's capture, there's compression, there's transportation, and then there's injection deep underground for long-term or permanent storage. And if you look at each one of those, we know how to do it today. We have experience with post-combustion capture, with pre-combustion capture, all of which can be adopted today. We know how to compress CO2. That's done routinely. We know how to transport CO2 very safely. There are thousands of kilometers of CO2 pipelines in the United States. And then finally, for CO2 injection, we have experience over 25 collective years of CO2 injection experience of sequestration projects, and we have more than 30 years of very large-scale injection for CO2 enhanced oil recovery. So all the pieces are there. So the challenge is to pull them together and find a way to make it economical and cost-effective.
The Global Climate and Energy Project has Toyota and General Electric as partners. And how much is it important that the research institution cooperate with industrial corporations to develop sustainable energy technology?
I think it's crucial. Actually, it's the reason that I came to Stanford University to work with GCEP, is the opportunity to have the corporations together with the academic sector. And I think that it's a perfect complement or marriage, because what we're good at doing at universities is developing new ideas, developing new approaches, and what companies are good at is turning good ideas into products and services and making them them commercial. So neither one of us can expect to make progress, particularly on an issue so complex like energy, without a deep cooperation.
Yeah, and do you think that people are aware that their behavior and the way they use energy in their own homes can make a difference too?
I think it depends on where you are. I'm from California, and beginning in the 1970s, we had a tremendous campaign on energy efficiency, energy efficient lighting, efficient windows, efficient appliances, and so it's on our television. So every day, in newspapers, television, we hear a lot about it. So I think that if you're in an environment where people discuss it a lot, I think you do know. And as a matter of fact, many people's homes now are much more efficient than they used to be. But I don't think every place is like that. I think there are many places that don't get that kind of education and information. So I think it's extremely important to make people aware, and also that you can save money. If you have more efficient lighting or more efficient windows, you need less heat, you pay less for your electricity bills. So it's really a win-win situation for people to recognize that, that you do have an impact, but there's lots you can do to reduce your impact through more efficient appliances and so forth.